Okay. I ain't good. Yay, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Got to do two more. I got to do one more live before I'll be able to have a panel show. But I'm gonna be talking about this. I got dropped by somebody else, but I'm still cool with him. It's just ridiculous. Just introduce yourselves. Hey, just chime in. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about. My topic is speaking about how you got heifers like this who promote degeneracy, who promote victimhood, but also promote this boss chick mentality that really doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the stream. Welcome to the live. I'm still learning about this, but we're going to talk about the whole Eboni K. Williams, and also I got other topics I'm going to follow up on. But Eboni K. Williams, this is the lovely lady who got on, who is a judge, who's a TV judge, a TV lawyer. She was on the Real Heifers of New York, the Real Households of New York. You know what I'm saying? And in so many words, she was part of she was a Democratic shield. Now she talks about black female empowerment, even though she is a divester in so many words. She's a divester. She don't like black men. But here's what I've noticed about Eboni K. Williams. And y'all can comment and drop your opinion. I mean, don't just know. Of course, no respect, and I respect you. Now, if somebody disrespecting you, I don't have a problem you checking them. But we're gonna just keep it on the check part and keep it moving. Eboni K. Williams was she grew up with a single mother. But what I don't like about how they tell the story, she was a 304. Eboni K. Williams' mama was a 304. She was a whoremonger woman. This woman was probably having a one night stand. But when I look at Eboni K. Williams about her father, I don't think she got a black father. I'm not saying. I personally don't care what race the man is or what race the woman is, but to me, I don't like how the media framed it as a black man being a deadbeat when you don't know the whole circumstances. You don't know if that's valid or not. Eboni K. Williams' mother, was a bus driver, and she did hair on the side. But she. It's not like she had this business where she had employees. She did it like hair on the side as a side hustle. But what I don't like about the story of Eboni K. Williams, people, is that the man she was messing with was probably a fling, a one night stand, and she probably don't know who her child's father is. The Eboni K. Williams' mother, and that's what I don't like. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty sure money that she don't have a black father. And that's what we got to pay attention to. When I look at her and her makeup, because I'm kind of keen and hip to genetics and culture, she didn't have a black father. Eboni K. Williams' mother was probably one of those, I worship zaddy, I'm a ghetto gag, I worship white men Type of mama. I mean, type of woman. And what I don't understand about MDK Williams is that she don't know her father, but in so many words, what I don't understand about her is that she has all this anger towards black men when truth of the matter is she don't pick her parents like most of us don't. What irritates me about her, how's it the black man's fault when your mama, when you don't even have a black daddy? You know what I'm saying? She don't even have a black daddy. Because to tell me that you don't know who your father is at 40 years old, that you believe everything your mother told you about he was no good. Now here's the thing: if he was so horrible and no good, why did she even let the man put meat inside her? We're talking about her mother. And what gets me about Ebony K. Williams is, you know, under the under you know, there's just so many layers to the institutions and the bureaucracy that nobody really want to talk about. I think she got a scholarship. Not hating on her, but you got these programs for female empowerment, but there's no programs for boys, especially black boys. And what I don't like about Ebony K. Williams is that she has a lot of animosity and smoke towards black men. Make sure you share the live. And it's like, I will tell you, even let's just say Ebony K. Williams' mother was with a black man. I bet you he was not no Harvard graduate. I bet you he didn't have a PhD. And I'm not saying that guys who go to Harvard are upstanding men. Guys who got a higher level education like she does, who went to college, then got a master's and a PhD. I'm not saying they don't do no wrong. They don't cheat. They're not. They don't have anger issues. They're not promiscuous. I'm not saying that, but we know in colleges that women specifically, whew, and they deal with a small percentage of men. Yeah, y'all follow what I'm saying? Comment if you follow what I'm saying. But this lady, Ebony K. Williams, the whole time she got on that, interview with Ayana. Ayana can't fix my life. Ayana Vanchez. Ayana Vanchez, I think I'm saying her last name correctly, was she used to hate Sherazade Ali. She used to hate the hell out of Sherazade Ali. Now, but when she hooked up with Oprah, I don't forget about people's past. Even though people may change, you don't forget their past because their past is who they are. And I'm not saying you can't you can't become a better person off your past, but your past got you to the present. And it does, excuse me, determine what you do from here. Do you make the right decision at this point? Because every decision you make is a permanent decision. Every decision you make today will dictate your future. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So I want people to understand that. So when Ayana Vanchez was with Oprah doing her just pushing this feminism, this womanism, what y'all call today woke. A lot of misogyny, a lot of man bashing with those daytime talk shows during the 80s and 90s. A lot of man bashing, especially black man bashing. So, years come down the line to the 2010s to the now 2020s, right? Now Ayana Vanchez sounds more like Sherazade Ali in some of her podcasts, some of her interviews. And I just find that fascinating that how this woman hated Sherazade Ali. I don't know if Sherazade Ali is cool with Ayana Vanchez and they made up, they're good. but Ayanna Van Chess sounds more like Sherazade Ali in when she speaks on some of these issues with the gender war, the crumbling of society, the male suffrage. You follow what I'm saying? So what I've noticed is that what I notice is that yeah, people do change, but to me, you still are responsible for the for. I mean, we all made that mistake. Bad information. And what I noticed when Ayanna Van Chess had an interview with Ebony K. Williams, which I mean, they had a conversation, talked about her life. I did see part. Did see actually saw the full clip. I just never played it in my YouTube channel. I actually did a live stream on Ebony K. Williams, from the bus driver comment until where she was when she was pregnant. You know, now I'm speaking about her when she had the child. I watched her clips, and she was talking about how it's hard for women to find a husband. But Ebony K. Williams, you're really not at the place to give advice. And she's talking about finding a man in college. Okay, I think I do agree with you, Ebony K. Williams. Yes, we should. Women should look for husbands in college. But how are you going to tell her to look for men in college when you're forgetting high school? You're forgetting that when the way people are raised, women are not taught. Girls are not taught how to be wives. They're not. Men are not taught how to be husbands. Like, so how are you going to say she needs to look for a man in college, but you don't specify what characteristics she need to be looking for if she's raised to be a wife and she's looking for a husband? And because I saw the Breakfast Club interview. I saw the Breakfast Club interview, right? I saw the Breakfast Club interview, and I did my video reaction on my YouTube channel. So my handle is the same, the Real Big Boss Calvin 83, right? And you so during this interview with Ayanna Van Chess, Ebony K. was talking about her life and stuff like that. Okay. But when it came to the interview, when Ayanna Van Chess asked her, would you date a bus driver if he owns the bus? Lord have mercy. If he owns the bus, ma'am, do you know how many people have actually do have their own business and they're living paycheck to paycheck? What do you mean own the bus? Do you even own a law firm? I'm trying to understand what you meant by that. And I took it as, okay, she wants somebody, a business owner, but if this business owner doesn't have their own employees and they're not making money, just because you own a business don't mean you're going to be a millionaire. That would trip me out. I got my own little business I'm trying to set up, and I'm not going to say what on here, but I got my own little businesses I'm trying to get off the ground. You know what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? So, but I got to take a little back before the interview with the bus driver interview that caused a lot of controversy. And that was like, I think that was like that. No. That was back in 20. I think it was around the spring of 2023, basically 2 years ago. But before that, she was married to a white man. She was married to a white teen man, and she dated multiple white teen men. So, what I have a problem is with her is like she has a lot of nasty disposition towards black men, but you don't have a black daddy. You have a black mama. And I want somebody to comment and help me understand this. Now, she was with this white teen man, and then she talked about her race, her racial experiences when she was dating outside her race. And then being stepmama to this white teen man's kids. Okay. But after all that, you this pro-black woman. You're about black female empowerment. I don't see how anybody. How can you connect the dots? That's what I want to know. Talked about supporting Kamala Harris, voting for Joe Biden, and she pushed the Democratic agenda. Like, she's a Democratic shield at this point. And then she's talking about going to the sperm banks. Now, mind you, she has a problem. She talks about men being deadbeat dads and all that stuff. So why would I go to a sperm bank? like, this is like real crazy. How can you say the stuff that you say about men, but you don't want to hold women accountable for their part? But I will say this: most women in this society are mothers. You have a big gap with black mothers and black fathers. Most men are over 55% of men, 54, but I would say 55% of black men are single and childless. Men in other races, they're like, I think over 51% are single and childless. Like, and at the same time, many of the women are sharing that man. So we got polygyny going on, but you want to try to make it like it's a 1-to-1 ratio, 50-50 type of argument. Then she promotes talking about women. If you can't find a husband, go to the sperm bank. But but you're talking about single motherhood is bad. And then first you're saying, and then you're demonizing all men. I don't think it's right, and I don't think it's fair when you have mostly mothers and you have most men. Oh, way over 50, especially in the black community, over 55% of men are single and are childless. I'm one of those men who's over the age of 35. I'm 41 years old, by the way, that don't have no children. Most men I talk to don't have no children. Then you got some men who try to fight for custody rights, or men have been divorced. But most of the men don't have children like that, Ebony K. Williams. So I'm trying to make it make sense. Now you talk about you can't find a man, you this and this. But ma'am, you talked about you dated different races of men. You mean to tell me all the dates you've been on and all the men you slept with, you couldn't secure a husband? And then you have bad divorces. And don't quote me on this. I'm, don't quote me on this. Lost my train of Don't quote me on this. Damn, I lost my train of thought, people. I lost my train of thought. You slept with many of these men, and you dated multiple races of men, and then you have failed marriages. Oh yeah, now I came back. And at the same time, do you take any accountability for why things went south, why things went bad in the relationship? Do you take any personal responsibility for some of the failures in your relationships? That's a question that I would like, that the world would like to know. Since you put it out there, since you put it out there, it'd be nice if you actually can clarify this. I'm not now, but so she criticizes fathers who are not present, but there's an anti-family court system that does not give father custody to his children, and actually not allowed. And then you got no fault divorce, and then you got women, over 80% of women filed for divorce, and she's one of those women. You understand what I'm saying? So to this point, she goes to the sperm bank, and I'm looking at the baby. The baby look like she got some white sperm. So she has a Caucasian child. Because I'm going by the child's the child, the man seed dictates the ethnicity of the child. Now some of y'all will agree, and some of y'all will disagree. That's look, I don't care. So since she has white T sperm, she put white T sperm inside herself. So her child is Caucasian, more than likely. And then she's celebrating this. Okay, but you're complaining about black women in single motherhood, but then you turn around and be the exact negative stereotype. It just don't make no sense, people. It absolutely makes no sense. I wish I could have a panel. I mean, but I gotta do one more live before that happens. It just don't make no sense. It just makes no sense that you complain about your mother being a struggling single mother and not having a father, and then you put your own daughter in the same predicament. So how can we feel bad for you? And then you say, then she's talking about then she's talking about that she don't need a father, she don't need a man to lead her. Like, so how can you blame men for this if you have a lot of women who think this way? And so how can you blame men for this if you have a lot of women who think this way? And then the ones who are married, the ones who do have children, the ones who do have families, they co-sign this stuff. Now, I don't want to say how can you be a married woman who with a husband, you're being well taken care of, and you're taking care of each. I should say you're both taking care of each other. You got a family, and you're co-signing Ebony K. Williams. I don't understand how women do that. I don't see men in men's spaces talk about, yo man, you need to be single out here. You need to you need to have multiple baby mamas out here. Man, you gotta be out on the streets. You gotta be on that player shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a player, man. You gotta be a Mac daddy. I don't see. Now I do see men try to compete with younger men, but I don't see men who with a woman and he's AWOL, got her knocked up, and men celebrating that, or men getting a woman pregnant and they're not married. I don't see too many men are supporting that man. More. Somebody, you tell me. I don't see men supporting that type of shit and then going to the baby shower and celebrating, and he don't claim her. He don't claim her as his a common law, his wife. I don't see that, but I see women that will celebrate this BS. And then all of a sudden she becomes a mother. We can't judge her. It is insane. It's like, y'all seen The Matrix. You seen The Matrix, right? So you seen The Matrix. Don't you see how in 2025, well, it's about to be spring, by the time it hits March 19th, it will be 2025. Do you see how we've been indoctrinated with this? We have been heavily indoctrinated, and a lot of us are lost. So I'm about to go to bed. It's 3 a.m. On the East Coast. So, thank y'all for joining the live. Definitely support my platform. Definitely follow, support. It'll be, it's always much appreciated. But I just had to get this off my chest.